much that I love you. Let me tell you, me one thing. Let me tell you how much that I love you. You found me no search. It's like you knew that inside I was hurting. I was so young, said no chance. But you gave me a shot at a romance. I feel like you were like an angel sent to bring me life. Now that I'm with you, me one say that me love you, that me love you, that me love. Hey, me no go one day wonder. Without my baby, without me love, without me love. And no dance and sing and nothing, because you make my life complete. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I can't believe that this is for me. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, I can't believe that this is for me. Oh yeah. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's for me. Shut up, 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 shut up. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's for me. I've never felt this way. So when they ask us, say, oh yeah, we're going all the way. So me, we happy, love you all the time and things. Sometimes I wonder if the thing could cut us under, to get under, I know. Put your love in my life, control that. I lay down my life this way. Do anything to make you stay. All of the blessings, they come my way. And all the bad things, they turn and away. Sometimes life is such a scare. Your love gives me the strength to bear. Oh, shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's for me. Shut up, 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 shut up.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's for me. Greetings and grand rising, y'all. I feel slightly under the weather. I'm still much in the bed. I literally just woke up. If you can even say woke up, my goodness, how are y'all doing? I could not hardly sleep. The spirit spoke to me all night. I was tossing and turning. My body's a little stiff, a little sore. Ugh, it's just a lot going on right now in this bed. But, yes, I'm telling you, what was it, Tay? Mm. I'm gonna drink me some hot tea. Yeah. As soon as I can pull myself out of this bed, I had to pull myself out of this bed just to go pee. I just was not feeling very well. I was traveling over the last few days, and uh, slept. I had pulled over and slept for a second. It was. I woke up and my throat was scratchy, and I'm like, that ain't good. I was like, dang, what the fuck? So it was just a lot going on, but I'm good. Some elderberry tea with some manuka honey sounds amazing. And I believe it's an energy, child. When I tell y'all, this really was going down in my sleep. Like, because I knew I was not asleep. I knew the spirit was talking to me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need rest. But I've been like detoxing my body as well. So I feel like, it's a lot coming out. And it could be, another reason as well, because I'm detoxing. You probably can see, as you can see, my title is Sodomites versus the Cushites. Child, when I tell you I had to just Google both of those terms, I had to Google that shit. Do you understand me? So while I was sleeping, the spirit kept saying the Sodomites, the Sodomites. I'm like, oh my goodness, spirit. Yehuda, Adina, what is going on? And they keep telling me about the great elephant that's been hidden. They showed me the Sphinx statue. And then they showed me a huge elephant statue. And they said it is missing. It is gone. And as I'm speaking to you right now, they keep showing me it's like supposed to be. there's like three of them or something that's missing, and they show them to me like it's almost like the pyramids, and they keep saying the sleep, the great sleep, and they tell me the Kushites, and I'm like, okay, the Kushites, and I'm like, okay. So when I googled sodomites, it was pictures of genomes, and it says people from Sodom, people who have like sort of like is sexual things as well, and then I Google Kushites, and then it says the like I guess people from certain parts of Africa, whatnot, indigenous to certain parts of Africa. And I'm like, okay. And so I'm like, I just don't understand. But they keep showing me this, and they keep saying how the Sodomites, like basically, I guess, tricked the Kushites. They led them somewhere, led them astray, or led them to the sleep, is the way they kept telling me. And they were like, that's what today is about, the great sleep. And they, child, will be my own goddamn children to start calling me while I'm on this damn live. Okay. I hope y'all can still hear me okay, because my daughter was just trying to call me. Um, and they were saying that today is about the great sleep that these people celebrate today, um, because they were able to sleep us in every year, I guess, quote unquote year, because they keep saying there's never been another day after today. And today is actually supposed to be a very warm day. And they are having trouble stopping the system or the natural way of things. That's why it's warm in a lot of places, which is why people are getting ill. And they're saying, I'm speaking as they're speaking it to me. And they kept showing me certain things in my sleep. And they keep saying that there are statues, the great elephant that is missing. I feel like there are other statues or something, just like the Sphinx, which is why they blew the face of the Sphinx off. Now, people assume and they say, oh, he had like a black man's nose, which is why they blew the nose off. They show me that the face was like a lion. That is Adina's face. She is a lion. Like her face is missing. They did that on purpose. And they tell me that that was not an easy thing to do. Her face was destroyed. Um, they keep saying there's magic that has been used, right? Because there's things that are missing from here in quote unquote the Americas. Everything has been turned around, and I know this shit probably sounds crazy as hell. Um, it probably sounds crazy as shit. Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't understand it. All I know is they kept saying you need to turn on your system and talk to the people about this. And I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm supposed to talk about because I don't understand. They keep saying the Sodomites slept the Cushites. And I feel like there are more to this story than what they've shown me. There's more to this story than what we understand. They keep showing me like massive people being led somewhere. They were put to sleep. It's so weird. I don't understand how it even happened. Um, I do know that they kept saying that they keep saying that it's not Africa. So listen, don't judge me. I didn't know till I became a teacher, right? People who know me know that I used to be a paraprofessional for children with special needs. And one time I was working for Hughes High School in the Cincinnati public system. And I didn't know until I actually looked at a map because of the way that we were always taught about Egypt, right? AKA Kemet, AKA Kush, is what they're saying to me. That is actually in Africa. Now, when you are taught about Egypt, you're taught as with these old genomes, and you have no idea that they are one and the same when you're looking at the place of Egypt. But it's the way they keep showing me, I can't even make it make sense. I feel like things have been moved, or they're like rerouted or renamed. Like it's not true, it's not correct. And I can't make it make sense right now in my mind, but they keep saying that it's not true, it's not correct. um, like there's so many things that have been turned around, and they keep saying today, and they keep saying that the covering is coming down, and they don't want us to be afraid because the covering is coming down. The veil is so thin, like you can put your hand through it or your head through it and you can see, because the covering is now coming down, and you're going to be able to see things you had never seen before. And they keep saying, don't be afraid. It's time that you find your tribes. Um, there's not many of you left here. And the great roundup is coming. And I don't, they tell me it's two different roundups that's going to happen, which is why you must know your tribe, which is why they're actively showing you who they said who the Sodomites are, because they're no longer in their original forms. They're not just genomes right now. They're telling me that there are several groups, because they make me feel like the Melanites are the Cushites, but there are different tribes of that. And so it feels like Endonites or Andronites and Cushites, and like they're branches of Melanites. Um, like they're showing me some people, the Ghanaian people. I don't know if that's correct, so please excuse my terminology. The Ghanaian people from Ghana, and they're showing me how some of them look like light in complexion with like Asiatic eyes, if you will. Um, and they keep saying turned around, like everything has been manipulated. You have to find your tribes. They tell me that Baffindia's people will start to um, recognize themselves and recognize each other. And everyone must work together on one accord, all of the tribes, to come back together to understand. They keep showing me the movie The Last Airbender, and they tell me that that has a lot of substance, as well as the Eternals, as well as the Matrix, as well as A Wrinkle in Time. Um, yeah, yeah, as well as Shang-Chi. It is your time, children, to come back together, reunite. Mm. They tell me Christopher Columbus is not who we thought or who we were taught. They keep saying, she keeps saying, genome genite, the great traveler, the great sleeper. That is not his name. That is the name that they've given him to put inside of the history books. They say that that person is the same person as the Africas, the person where that name comes from, America Vespucci, like all of these names is this same person. I'm about to fuck y'all up because this just fucked me up. They're showing me a picture of this person. This person looks identical to Bill Gates. He looks identical to Bill Gates to me, and they make me feel like this is this person over and over again. The great sleeper. He is also the Willie Lynch. The Bill Gates is also the Willie Lynch. He's had many names throughout the centuries. It's so weird. Like we spoke about this in our Bible study the other day. Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, and oh my gosh, what is his name? Oh, I see him. I see the name. Why can't I say it? Oh my god. Oh no, what is his name? Mm. Oh, what is that man's name? They're time travelers. Yes. Elon Musk, gratitude. Who said that? Christian, gratitude, MW. These three people, it's almost like they have separated themselves into three people and they keep bringing them back to one and then separating them into three. I don't understand. I don't even know if you can follow me, but I'm just going to tell you. They say they have been watching this from afar and they have had all they can have or stand of this. And they have given these people by contract. They were mandated to give them this time by contract. And again, for those of you who do not know or follow my teachings, we have been here on this planet, this prison planet, in prison for more than 2 billion years, excuse me, 2 billion years, re-looped over and over again. They say that Elon Musk is the great magician. Like he carries more of like the Willie Lynch energy. Like this shit is crazy to me. It's almost like one person with three heads or something. Um, they keep like clapping their hands and snapping their fingers, saying, "You don't understand what's happening. You must wake up. You must rise." And they say, "We told you we don't like that word, Quatita. Wake." Okay, so you must rise. We must rise. They're saying something about the word awakened means atone to the dead or anointed in the dead or something with the dead, the non living. They're saying sacrificial lambs led to the slaughter, and we had no idea what was happening. We were, oh, they saying the tonic, the elixir is just like the jab. They've used these things over and over again. It is magic. And that is how they've been putting you to sleep over and over again. They've just gotten more creative with it. He's always been the front man for it. I mean, I can see Gates. He has on one of those like painter hats with the feathers in it, and he has on like little round glasses or something. Um they say he's always been the procurer of this, the procure. I don't know how to spell that. I don't even know really what that means, but I feel like it means the creator or something of this. Um, mm, I don't know why it's so important that they keep saying the elephant statue is missing. It's hidden. They say it's hidden. I don't know why that's so important or why they keep saying. I just don't know, and I don't know if that's a representation of Ganesh. But they make me feel like it's several of them missing because I don't know if you've ever seen the never ending story when the two oracle things are standing across from each other and their eyes start to light up. It feels like two are missing from that. Like there should be four of them and they're all facing each other. And I feel like they're different animals or something. Like the Sphinx is the great lioness. Um, like I feel like there's one that may look like a horse that's missing, one that looks like the elephant that's missing. Um, they keep saying, believe it or not, the dragon has been hidden as well. I don't know. Like there are statues that are missing for some reason, but for some reason they could not move, get rid of, or hide the Sphinx. Something about the magical powers. I don't know. Um, they're also saying it's because if they hide it, they can't use that magic. That's the most important. And then they keep showing me the pyramids, and then they keep saying something about the great dragon. Then they take me over to America, and they go through these tunnels underground. So there's things that are hidden underground, and they said we told you Texas, Texas. There's something that's hidden under Texas. Now this is what they show me. I don't understand this shit. Oh my god, my body. I just want to go back to sleep. They show me, yeah, y'all. They show me what look like fucking tombs. Tombs. I don't know why they're saying that. They also keep saying Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa. Like I feel like they're trying to raise these deads back up or something. Like I don't fucking understand. But they show me tombs of bodies underground and they put crystals all over them. There are crystals all over them, and they keep saying that, like raising of the dead. They're getting ready to try to, like, I don't know if they're trying to inhabit these bodies. I don't know, but just I don't know. I don't know because I don't understand. But I'm just telling you, I don't know. They said believe what you want, believe what you will, but it's been fashioned this way so you don't understand, so you don't grasp what it is. Protect the children. You must protect the children at all costs. The attack is getting ready to come towards our babies. So we must protect our children because they hold some key, they hold the power. Like they keep saying, like original power, original knowledge. Like the knowledge of the DNA has been hidden. Now they're telling me to share what was shared to me the other day. Okay, so I went and got a colonic, and I go get colonics, periodically. And this was the first time that a genome has actually ever sat down and explain a lot of things, which is why I went to her in the first place. But she was saying she's the best in the nation because she operates inside of the old system. She doesn't do the machines. She operates inside the old system of colonics because she says people used to always do that. And she says that we should get colonics inside of the old system because it reinstates the DNA because she told me that basically the elite has formulated our food and every time we consume, this comes from a genome. She says, every time you consume your food, it changes the strands in your DNA, and you must detox your body through natural colonics, because it reinstates the DNA back to what it was, basically, and you get your memories back and things like that. And so she said that I would need the number of my age times 15. And so she's like, you would really need like 600 colonics, but I would suggest you do 15 colonics. And that will help you to start to get your body back to where it should be. She said you won't want the foods, but although she was still trying to convince me to eat red meat, and I told her I would never eat that. And she said, okay. And she was like, your body will want only the purities that it should have, because your DNA has been changed. And that came from a genome. And so they're telling me to share that with you for some reason. Um, they're telling me that it helps to get rid of the dead cells that has been implemented, which is why it's not good to eat the meat. They say she had to tell me, but at the same time she was still under contract being a genome, so then she still had to fulfill that obligation of eating the flesh, because she kept trying to tell me, you're flesh, you need to eat flesh. And I'm like, I'll never eat that. And she's like, okay. um so I feel like she's still under contract as a genome to still do certain things. um They said this is what they needed to say. There's more to this. They are apologizing for taking you away from your baby's or attention today. Um, even though they don't celebrate today, and I do not celebrate today because of the understanding, but they want you to understand today is the day of the great sleep. And that is what's being celebrated. When they say it is his birth, they mean that they have, oh, oh, wow. Oh, okay. This is the day that they were given. Right, Queen K, right? Oh, okay. Mm, okay, I understood that. I don't even need to finish that. Put to sleep and given the character of Jesus. This is why today is his birth, because today was the day he was incorporated. Today is the day he was put into place. Okay. Which is why they keep showing me the Sodoms and the Cushites. They're telling me the story of Egypt, the movie. Oh, Moses, Exodus. Oh, it's a lie. Okay. Okay. They're saying we have not seen the correct stories. Oh my fucking goodness. They say the Sodomites are monsters. They're horrible monsters. They say the word monsters are too good for them. They're monsters. Although we're all shapeshifters, they are different. They're different. They said they will let you get back to it. But this is something, the Christ Mass, right, to Sunda. Whoa, okay, and period. Wow. I mean, I could not sleep. They kept talking over and over again, saying these things. But it's something that is so deep or so sacred about this elephant statue. I don't understand it. All I know is huge. It's huge. The statue is huge. And it feels like it's also in the form of the way that the Sphinx is sat and laid. Like it's laid like that with the trunk raised above its head. Um, It's been hidden by magic or something. It really is, and I don't understand. But I just needed to come on and give this message. This, as they said, it's the sleep message. And I think that has more than one connotation when you look at it, the sleep message. Um, but I love y'all. My body hurts. I need to get me some tea. um, so gratitude. I love elephants too. I actually collect them. This is why it's so crazy to me. I have so many of them. I collect them. I collect them. I love them. I don't know why, but they keep dripping garments over the shoulder of the elephant, and so I show you all gratitude. Um, I guess we are forms of the Cushites under the Melanites. So I don't. Maybe that's who came to me in my dream last week or a couple weeks ago when I said somebody tried to send me an attack, and I know who sent the attack, but she was not successful. There were so many. Okay, so they tell me to tell y'all the dream. I don't think I shared it with y'all. I think I shared it with my staff, but not with you all. I'll share it and then I'll go. I had a dream that I was sitting inside of this big cafeteria that was a restaurant, and there were melanites as well as genomes in there, and um this genome kept screaming like obscenities, if you will. They were all sitting at this one table back by the wall, and she was saying like real racist shit. And I guess I walked up to her because there were other stuff that happened, but I walked up to her is all I can remember. And I approached her and she kept saying racist things. And I grabbed her by her throat and I like snatched her off the stool because they were all sitting on high stools at these like silver tables that sat up. They were silver, like almost kind of like a lunchroom or a hospital cafeteria kind of. And I grabbed her and I put her in a corner. I was beating her up, but my hands were like not working right. And so I grabbed a stick, but the stick looked like a plunger. And I stuck it in her mouth and I started choking her with it. And I walked off and I was screaming to the top of my lungs to when I woke up, like I was kind of like hoarse, like my voice was not working properly. Like I was screaming in my sleep, but it felt like it affected me in my waking life or my real life, excuse me, spirit. Um, because I was yelling, y'all are genomes, white people don't exist. Y'all are genomes. Y'all are genomes. And I was going from different tables, but the Melanites, they never stopped eating. They never even looked at me. But the genomes, they never said a word. They would just look at me. And I was walking back past it. I was like going back to my seat or my table. And one of the people that was at the table with the genome that I beat up had moved to a different table. And she was a genome girl with blonde hair pulled up in a ponytail. It was shaved on the sides or tapered on the side. And she had a band around her head, like a not a headband, but like a sweatband around her head, and she had her hands up to her face and she was real red. She was crying. And I was like, real calm. I was like, excuse me, trying to slide past her, like, excuse me. And she started screaming at me again, like, fuck you. And I grabbed her and choke slammed her off the stool. And then I started screaming again, y'all are genomes. White people don't exist. And now I'm in the hallway and there's a little genome girl and a teenage genome boy sitting out there on a bench. Now I feel like I'm inside of like a police precinct or something, like the hallway of that. And I'm telling them, do you know what you are? You are a mere DNA strand. You're a molecule. That's all you are because you're a hybrid. You're a hybrid of me. You're a hybrid of me. You're a genome. And I'm telling them to them. And all of a sudden it was all of these African people. And I could tell they were African by the way that they looked. And I got the feeling that they were Africans. And they all were dressed in pure white. Pure white, like it was, the white was so bright and they were all smiling. And I said, these are melanites. I said, you all are melanites. And they were waving to me and they were going down these steps. It was so many of them, like hundreds. um and I keep wanting to say 121. and they were smiling very big, and they were waving to me, and I was standing there by the banisters. They were going down, and I'm like, y'all are Melanites, y'all are Melanites, and they were smiling so big. And the one, she leaned over, she was an adult, and her hair was like in micros, and the top was pulled up in a bun, and the back was down, and she had on like a 18th century dress, but it was complete white from her neck all the way down. The sleeves were long, and she leaned over the banister. She was extremely, they all were very, very, very dark pigmented people, very dark pigmented people, beautiful complexions. And they teeth were bright and white. And she leaned over the banister and she hugged me really tightly. She hugged me so tight for a very long time. She never said a word. She just smiled. And when she let me go is when I woke up. So I don't know why that dream was important for me to say to you all, but they told me to tell you that. So I love you. Gratitude, Black Footies, for that. So I love y'all from a genuine place. I will let you go. Freeing the ancestors is what I felt like too, Capricorn. Um, it was so weird. I don't even understand it, but that was my dream. I got a visit from someone, didn't I? I feel like I set them free. And so I send so much love to y'all. If y'all have any messages you want to share from this live, please feel free to do so. I love y'all from a genuine place. I'm going to go. Enjoy your days.